Welcome to my guide on every hero in BTD6, and today we're talking about Gwendolyn, the flamethrower wielding pyromaniac, the mid-game powerhouse, and the hero who literally sets everything on fire. Well, if Quincy is a tutorial hero, Gwen is the first hero most people actually get to unlock right after, and she's unlocked at level 14 automatically. She's got splash damage, solid abilities, and actually scales way better than Quincy. But as rounds go on, yeah, she's not the best. So today we're breaking down how Gwendolyn works, where she shines, where she burns, and whether or not she's actually overrated. Let's begin with the leveling up. At level 1, right away Gwen does what she does best, she burns things. She shoots fire every 0.5 seconds, pierces 2 balloons per shot, but she cannot pop camos or purple, so be careful of that. At level 3, we have her first ability, and it's a pretty good one. The cocktail fire is pretty much a budget wall of fire that she puts onto the truck and lets you target it. She burns balloons that pass through it, it lasts 12 seconds and it has 40 pierce per tick. Early on, this thing shreds group balloons, but later on, it's not that bad, don't expect it to just carry you in the game. At level 4, Gwen actually does something that Quincy doesn't do at all, which is hit it up. Every 40 attacks, Gwen buffs nearby towers by letting them pop leads and giving them +1 pierce, which is pretty useful. However, bear in mind that if you use it on something like an ice monkey, it will no longer be able to stall leads, which could be useful early game. At level 5, Gwen gets 10% attack speed boost for fire burst towers. Once again on the more supportive side, towers include Ring of Fire, Dragon's Breath, and Signal Flare. And a nice combo I like to use is to include Signal Flare for the camo detection it gives, and it is also buffed by Gwendolyn because she can't pop camo. Level 7, her cocktail gets buffed. The tick rate goes from 0.2 seconds to 0.1 seconds, which is double the damage. The pierce increases from 40 to 50, and hit it up gets more range. Before this, cocktail was just nice to have, but after this, it actually destroys group balloons. Level 8, they're similar to Quincy's. Level 6, it doubles her fire blast and also doubles the burn effect. Level 10, she gets her second and last ability. Well, if you consider hit it up an ability, then her third and last ability, but same thing, Firestorm, which is obviously the best part of her kit. It sets everything on screen on fire, it deals 5 damage to every balloon and 20 to mobs, the burn effect applies 15 damage per second, and gives hit it up to every tower, but it does have its limits. At level 16, Gwendolyn can finally pop purples. Firestorm, Cocktail, and all normal attacks now work against purples. Better late than never, I guess. At level 20, it is Gwen's final form. Firestorm gets way stronger, Cocktail burns mobs harder, and she shoots 3 fire blasts per attack, which is triple the base damage. She's great, but she isn't a late game carry. Let's talk about her skins real quick. We have Scientist Gwendolyn, which adds some purple elements to her design for purple potion and some sort of purple goo that is connected to her through a tube, and it's a pretty interesting design, but I do think her other skin, the Harley Gwen skin, is the superior skin as it also changes the color of her fire. The level 20 form is the best looking form out of all the designs. Now for some fun facts. Gwen is literally a pyromaniac, which does make sense. She loves fire more than anything, and she drinks hot sauce like water. That's a nice ability, I guess. But is Gwendolyn overrated? Is the question of this video. Let's answer that. Gwendolyn is one of the most popular hero picks, and for good reason. She feels powerful, has great early game abilities, and burns through balloons like nothing. But does she actually deserve all the hype, or does she fall off in the late game? In the early game, her fast attack speed plus splash damage handles round effortlessly, and her cocktail fire is a really good ability. In the mid game, she's still pretty solid, but she does lack camo detection, so you do need external support. In the late game, Gwendolyn stops being that good and starts being pretty average. So you can't just rely on her to keep up the game, but let's talk about... In terms of support, Gwendolyn does offer more than Quincy by buffing the fire towers. However, a fire-based strategy isn't one that you usually use, unless you opt for it, but I assume most people don't. So building up your entire setup around it is a nice niche, but it could get pretty repetitive, and if you're not using fire towers, then why even bring Gwendolyn? So, is Gwendolyn overrated? The answer is a little bit. If you're not using a fire setup, you're probably better off just picking another random hero, but if you are, you should definitely bring her. Thank you for watching this video so far, and we're gonna keep going with this series until we cover every single hero in the game, so stay tuned for that. Also, if you wanna interact more with our community, you can join Discord server, which I just made a BTD6 channel. So you can come and talk there as much as you want, and even offer video ideas that I will consider. See you next time.